Good day. My name is Barry Halverson. I'm the survey committee chair for the Lake Lawrence Lake Management District Steering Committee. Today, we're going to talk to you about lilies. Lake Lawrence has three types of lilies on its lake, and we're going to talk about each of those. This is spatterdock. It is a native to Lake Lawrence. It is not an invasive species. It is a very hardy and large plant. As you can see, it's kind of heart-shaped with uh, a slit in the back of it. It kind of curls up on the sides like an elephant's ear, and it has a yellow flower. It has a prehistoric root system. This is huge. It's 6 to 8 inches in diameter. It can go 2 to 10 feet in length. Once you kill the plant, the lily root system releases from the bottom of the lake and floats to the top. It's very heavy. If you find this floating up on your property, roll it out of the water because you probably won't be able to lift it up. Let it dry out, put it on a compost, cut it up smaller so you can pack it, and it'll decompose and become part of your compost pile. This is water shield. It's a very small oval-shaped lily, about anywhere between 3 and 5 inches long. The underside of the lily is reddish, pinkish color. In August, when it starts dying back, this color will come forward to the top and it won't be green anymore. It's a very delicate plant. It's native to our lake. It's good for our ecosystem. So we leave it alone. If you have it in front of your property and it's becoming a nuisance for your recreation, getting your boats in and out or your kids swimming or fishing, you can pull it out mechanically, and we'll show you how to do that. But otherwise, we don't harm or touch this particular type of lily. This is a fragrant or white water lily. It is an invasive species. It has a very distinctive white flower and a round leaf that lays flat on the top of the water. It doesn't cup up. It's very easy to distinguish from the cow lily or the spatterdock and the water shield. So this is an invasive species. We used to have 88 acres of it on our lake, the entire south end of the lake, all the way out in front of Goat Island, and the entire canal was filled with this lily. We've spent years getting rid of it. We still have some remnants of it around the lake shoreline. And we recommend that if you find this lily in front of your property, that you pull it out, and we'll show you how to do that. So please join me and listen to the next 6 minutes of a very short video to explain more about the lilies on Lake Lawrence. So this is cow lily, also known as spatterdock. It cups its leaves like an elephant's ear and is a native plant to the lake. This is water shield. You can see the oval-shaped leaves, green on top, and they're reddish brown, sometimes reddish green brown on the bottom. And if you spray this with chemicals, and then there's any water movement at all, it washes the chemical off. So again, this is a native plant to Lake Lawrence. We don't treat it chemically. If you have a problem with it in front of your property around your dock and it's getting out of control, you pull it the same way you do fragrant white water lily. So let me show you. Find the plant, you gather it up, you go down to the base of the plant. I've got two different plants here. You find the bottom, pull it up. It's got very small, delicate root systems on it, and they will break off easy. Some of it will grow back, some of it won't. A lot of people around here have had a lot of good luck pulling this out from their property. Some of it grows back, some of it doesn't. But again, it's not an invasive species. It's native to our lake, and it provides cover for the fish and the bass, and it's good for our ecosystem. So we recommend you leave it alone unless it gets out of control, and then hand pull it. This is fragrant, or white water lily as it's called. And you can see it's flat on the water. It's got some new growth there. And I'm going to spray. No, that's not chemical. That is red food coloring. I'm just using it as an example to show you how easy this stuff washes off. So if I had sprayed a chemical on that leaf and the slightest ripple comes by, and that leaf, you can see how it just washes right off because the lilies move. So if I used chemical on a plant that size, it would wash off. And the chemical would just be washing into the water. It wouldn't be doing any good. That's why we don't treat with chemicals white fragrant water lily in small bunches. 5 feet in diameter would be the smallest one we'd want to treat with any type of chemical. Next, I'm going to show you basically how easy it is and how you pull that out from your shoreline. What you want to do is you want to gather up the lily pads and reach down toward the bottom. You can almost feel the place where they're at down there. And you can see how many of them come up from one root system. These are all the lilies on that one root system. You reach down as far as you can, grab it at the base, and try to pull it up, like that. Now don't let it go back in the water. We're going to throw it in a plastic bag and dispose of it. Now these are a bunch of lilies on this other root. So go down. You can feel them almost. Gather it up as far down as you can go and pull it up. Now I pulled some of the roots off of that one. So there's going to be a fragrant water lily grow back up there. But you want to pick up all these pieces, as much of it as you can. Otherwise, they will regenerate. Take a look at that root. That gives you an idea for what you're looking for down there that you want to get out. The more of it you get out, the better chance you have of getting rid of it the first time. It may take a couple years to get rid of it all, but if you keep doing that around your shoreline, you'll get rid of it. And you'll save the lake because it won't get bad enough where chemicals have to be used. And that's the whole idea. As you can see, that whole area out there, we just cleared of white fragrant water lily. Thank you for taking care of our lake and trying to reduce the amount of chemicals that we have to use to get rid of these invasive weed species and lily species like fragrant water lily. We understand that some people may not be able to get in the water and pull these lilies out. Hopefully you have a neighbor that's willing to help. If you don't have a neighbor that's willing to help, give us a call. or send us an email at lakelawrence750@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can do to help solve the problem.